Don't die, Vinsmoke family. I need you. I love you. No, I will let them die. Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Chapter Reviews. My name is Trevor Tiger and thank you for joining me. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm basically that one chip outside the food bowl that doesn't do anything or goes anywhere. Now last chapter was a personal favorite of mine. It covered a lot of ground and it featured the return of Jinbei. Now I'm excited that he's back, though it is just a tiny bit suspicious that the last time we see him he's spinning a wheel to determine his fate, only for him to conveniently show up, rescue Luffy, and discuss nothing of what happened beforehand and call it rebellion. But we'll get to that point soon enough. So, is this chapter a nice follow-up? Only one way to find out. This is chapter 852, The Germa Failure. The only Germa failures I see are these guys' personalities. So we begin this chapter with Reiju being treated by... What are you? And Sanji enters the room to tell Reiju what happened to her. Huh, what happened again?
Fell down some stairs.
Oh, right. She fell down some stairs, of course. Now that Sanji is explaining to Reiju what happened, I'm sure this chapter will be a slow and calm one that takes its time to the action. Holy balls! We now cut to Jinbei breaking Luffy and Nami out of the book prison by burning it. Horrifically, terrifyingly burning it. This also makes Nami state that this is a bit familiar. Oh, you silly Nami. Name one time where you were rescued from a prison that might have been your end. Hell, let's get more specific. Name one time you, or someone you know, was saved by a warlord of the sea trying to break out of prison so they could head down into a war zone that involved a Yonko. Silly Nami. So now the entire island knows that the Straw Hats are free. Now this is a dangerous situation, but it gives Luffy another chance. This time he can use his head to come up with an effective strategy to evade Big Mom's forces, find his crew, and avoid any more unnecessary violence. Or he could just say screw it and fight everyone again, because that worked so well the last time. Well, at least he's consistent, which in its own right is very worrying. We now return to Sanji and Reiju, and to be honest, I'm surprised at the pacing of this chapter. These last few chapters have been dealing with multiple scenes and how they're all converging onto one another. But in this chapter, we only get two scenes. The prison breakout on Luffy's side, and Sanji's scene with Reiju. I have no problems with this. This gives Sanji, and Reiju for that matter, more character moments to develop. I'm glad that in all this chaos, we can have one more quiet moment and explanation about these characters' past. So Reiju begins explaining that she was suspicious of Puddin all this time because she seemed too perfect and... Wait. I knew it! Sanji continues to be upset, but Reiju then tells him that it's okay and that she wants Germa to die. Oh my god, this is Game of Thrones. She also reveals some really important details. Apparently the exploding cufflinks on Sanji are fake, he doesn't have to worry about Zeph anymore, but the most important detail is about his mother. As it turns out, Mama Vinsmoke just wanted normal children, but Judge was... well, he was being judged, and demanded that the kids be experimented on. So she took a drug that would make sure that her kids have some form of emotion after their modification. While the three male siblings ended up being as interesting as a rock with eyes on it, Reiju and Sanji had their emotions intact. Even though Reiju still has to obey Judge and because of it has done some heinous things, she can at least feel and think for herself. It's also revealed that the mother was a kind-hearted individual, not just to Sanji but to Reiju as well. And speaking of Sanji, it turns out that he was her favorite son. She even had girly talks with Reiju. Now you might be noticing that I haven't made any real jokes during this, and that's because this scene is fantastically executed. It fulfills any gaps in character and gives us a complete story on the Vinsmokes. It also explains how Sanji became the person he grew up to be. It's not a scene that makes the waterworks operational, but it is a very good scene nonetheless. So Reiju tells Sanji to escape and that he'll never meet friends like his ever again. That's up for debate. But it looks like Sanji's path is clear, and it's time for him to finally make his move. Now begins the year of Sanji in 2017. All in all, I think this was a much needed chapter. It wasn't the most hyped or the most action-filled chapter. It was devoted to explaining the past of Sanji and the Vinsmoke family, while making progress with Luffy, and these two scenes were done well, so I have no room to complain. Now, I'm not sure if it'll stay this way for the next couple chapters, but Oda's on a winning streak right now, so I'm game for anything. Except for her. She could take a Diablo Jambe to the eyeball for all I care. So what did you all think? Did you enjoy the chapter and its story structure? Let me know down in the comments, and again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you legends next time. Take care.